Your job is to keep the money flowing and the peace kept between the rival crews. If one of your soldiers messes up, if he attracts the feds, it's your head on the chopping block. You're a middle manager in an empire of blood and greed. You have power, but you're caught between the greed of your men, who want more, and the paranoia of the administration sitting above you, who suspects everyone. One single wrong step, and you disappear, like you never existed, in a shallow grave, dug by the very men you call brothers. You spend your nights looking at the financial ledgers, wondering who is stealing and who is wearing a wire. As the pressure begins to choke you, you are now the right hand, the underboss. You handle the disputes that the boss is too busy or too grand to care about. Or maybe you're the consigliere, the voice of reason, the lawyer who knows where every single body is buried and how to make them disappear. You are the gatekeeper. No one sees the boss without passing through you first. But you realize, the higher you climb, the colder it gets. Everyone below you wants your job, and they are waiting for you to trip, so they can take your place and slide a knife into your back. You sit in the dark office, listening to the whispers in the hallways, realizing that loyalty is just a word used to keep the sheep in line before they are slaughtered. You've reached the absolute top. You are the Don. Your word is law. You decide who lives, who dies, and who gets rich. Everyone bows their head when you enter the room. Don Moretti, they whisper in fear, kissing your gold ring. You have the luxury mansions, the absolute power, and an army of cold killers at your command. You have conquered the world. You are the king, but the throne is made of blood, and the crown is very heavy. Pressing down on your temples, you sit at the head of the table, looking at the faces of your capos, wondering which one of them is already planning your funeral, so they can wear your crown. You have all the wealth you ever wanted, but you can't buy a single hour of peace in this house of cards. But you don't sleep. You check under your car for bombs every single morning. Before you turn the ignition key, you wonder if your underboss is talking to the FBI behind your back. You wonder if the pasta you're eating is laced with poison. Being the boss isn't about the money anymore. It's about survival. You are the sun that everyone orbits, but the sun is always burning out in the cold, empty void of power, where any shadow can turn into an assassin. You sleep with a loaded revolver under your pillow, staring at the ceiling, listening to the house creak, wondering if this night is your last night on earth. As the weight of your sins drags you down into the dark, there are only two ways this story ends for a Don: a life sentence in a 6x9 steel cell, or a lead sandwich in a dark, dirty alleyway. You spent your whole life climbing a ladder that was leaning against a crumbling wall. You earned the world, but you lost your name. In the end, the cost of power is measured in the silence of your grave, where the ground is always cold and the dark shadows cover your name forever, leaving nothing but a cold memory and a warning for the next hungry kid standing outside in the rain, hoping to get in. You close your eyes as the final gunshot echoes and the dark screen slowly fades to black. You aren't in yet. To the family, you're just a cheap tool, a connected guy at best, who is completely expendable. You stand outside under the freezing cold rain, guarding the entrance of a warm, brightly lit cafe in Little Italy, while the men in expensive suits sit comfortably inside, laughing and drinking expensive wine. You run their dirty errands, you collect their small, petty debts, and you keep your mouth shut. No matter what you see or hear, your only job is to be completely invisible, a shadow on the wet pavement, hoping they will remember your face. When the night is over and they step out into the cold, you don't get to sit at the table. You stand by the heavy wooden door, keeping watch, but you're hungry. You see the respect they get, the way people look at them with fear, the luxury cars, the gold watches, the way the crowded street immediately clears when they walk by, like they own the city. But remember, an associate is expendable. If you get caught by the cops, the family doesn't know your name. You are on your own, in a cold jail cell, to move up in this hierarchy. You need to do much more. You need to prove your loyalty. You need to make your bones. By taking a life for the family, congratulations, you've just committed your first hit that the boss wanted done. You've crossed the line. Now, you're in a dark, quiet back room, lit only by a single, flickering candle. You hold a paper card of a saint, burning in the palm of your bare hand. Blood from your pricked finger drips slowly onto the floor, sealing your oath of omerta. If you betray the family, your soul will burn in hell, like the saint card in your hand. You are now a made man. You are one of them, part of the blood brotherhood, and there is no way out, no turning back. You are protected now, but you are also bound by a code of silence that is written in blood. You look at the ashes of the saint falling, realizing your old life has been incinerated. You are now a soldier. You are untouchable by outsiders. Anyone who touches you touches the whole family, bringing swift, violent revenge. You get a small crew of associates. You get a territory of your own to run your rackets, but 20% of everything you earn goes straight up the chain to your capo every single week. Without fail, you are no longer a private citizen. You are property of the Moretti family, and the only way out of this contract is in a pine box buried deep in the ground under a nameless headstone. Where the grass grows over your secrets, you collect from the local shops, feeling the cold power of the name you carry, but knowing you are just a small gear in a massive, blood-stained machine. Years of loyalty and high earnings for the administration have finally paid off. You've been promoted to Capo regime. The Capo, you're no longer standing on the street corners. You're sitting at the head of a long table in a luxury Italian restaurant. 10 soldiers are listening to you, hanging on your every word, waiting for your orders. You manage the unions, the construction sites, and the illegal gambling dens. You are building your own empire. Within the empire, collecting envelope after envelope of green money to be passed up to the Underboss. You are a king in your own territory, but you must constantly feed the beast above to keep your position and stay alive. In this dangerous game,